whole family.
Now, here we go. We're getting right northern. I'm going to put my proper voice on, because this is what I talk like when I go home.
This is what he does.
Rather than my work voice. Is the North-South rivalry a thing of the past?
I think so when you look at the two of us. We're the very best of friends. And I am from the south and you're from the north.
Yes.
We have lots in common.
Yes, well, we do, but does that mean that we like things in the north and the south?
Yes. I like how chatty people from the north are.
We are very chatty.
Yeah.
I'll tell you...
And I like your tea.
Tea's
Yorkshire
good.
tea, yeah.
I tell you who is actually very chatty, and that's former Traitor star Jack Marriner-Brown, who's
Oh, dear.
You're right, chatty patty, you, Jack. You've only been here 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You talked our heads off.
Yeah, you know, listen, I try my best. You know, to be honest, I'm like a swan. So, you know,
are you?
Up on the top, it's all very graceful, and then just below the water, we're kicking for dear life. So,
Stacey, you are a good... Where are you from?
East coast of Yorkshire,
Right,
Bridlington.
Bridlington? Oh,
Yes.
Bridlington's lovely.
Yeah.
So why on earth would you want to move down here?
Do you know, that's a very good question. And I've been asking myself the same thing for the last 7 years now, but I think a change of pace, something different. Let's be real, there's a difference in opportunity. I come from a very small seaside town, so unless you want to go into something that's maybe tourism-based or trades-based, which... Obviously, me being a kind of reality star, I'm not sure what my trade really is, but, yeah, I just fancied something different. I feel like the big city, there's always that draw, that allure.
The streets are paved with gold.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so far, it's normally, I've seen they've been paved with just tarmac.
Yeah.
But, you know, there might be a golden street somewhere around the corner, we'll have to see.
So do you think that there is an end coming to the north-south divide? Apparently we are becoming more similar.
Well, actually, so for those of the people at home who might remember me from The Traitors, I was that fella who stepped off the train, but contrary to popular beliefs, I love being on trains, right? So I've teamed up with Lumo and Hull Trains, and we've done a survey to check out the north-south divide. We have put it in writing. So we surveyed 2,000 people, an even split of northerners and southerners. That's 1,000 each, for just so you can keep up with the maths. And the statistics are here. So we asked a general degree of questions. 78% of people that we interviewed think that the idea of northerners disliking southerners and southerners disliking northerners is a thing of the past. Obviously, you two are there to attest.
Well, you've actually been very quiet over here. I've been telling you how well we get along and that there's no divide. And there's lots that I like about the north. I haven't heard much from you.
I adore you, you know I do, but I'm not a great fan of the south.
See, I think it's one-way traffic, you know. I think it's the northerners that don't like the southerners.
Well, actually, you'd be surprised. So 96% of the people that we interviewed said that they love the opposite end of the country and that they'd actually enjoy going there for holidays.
Well, that's the thing. Is that when they're visiting rather than relocating? So they're jumping on the train and saying, I'm going to head to London for, you know, for a couple of days or whatever.
Yeah. Well, actually, 61% of people that we interviewed would go a step further and say they'd actually move down. So nearly 2/3 of people would be happy relocating, and I'm not sure if that's, you know, a higher southern to northern split, but, you know, the facts are quite clear that people are slowly warming to the idea of spending more time with our geographical counterparts.
How do you find it as a northerner living in the south? Are people fascinated by you?
Yeah.
I love the accent.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I feel like it's normally they'll ask me to repeat general phrases.
Yeah.
For some reason, southerners are obsessed with the word no.
Oh, that does sound good.
In a northern accent, no, right? So, OK, so on to this. So I'm going to ask you both a question now. OK, I'm going to turn it on to you now. You're the ones being interviewed. So, as a northerner, what's your favourite thing about the south?
He's going to struggle with that.
I am going to struggle with that. I don't know.
OK.
I really don't know. I was going to say something like, going to a restaurant or something.
Sunnier weather.
Oh, sunnier weather.
Sunnier weather, right. Well, if you said sunnier weather...
Actually, that is true. That is true. The weather is better down here.
If you said sunnier weather, you would be in the top 40% of answers. 40% of northerners loved the sunnier weather. And as a southerner, what's your favourite thing about the north?
I've got quite a long list. I think people are friendlier.
Yes.
I like the tea.
Yes.
Yorkshire tea.
OK.
I like...
Petrol's cheaper.
I like Betty's. in Harrogate. Yeah, petrol's cheaper.
OK, yeah, OK. So if you were going to say everything's cheaper, that's the number 2 answer.
Yeah.
37% of Southerners said their favourite thing was the fact that everything's cheaper.
Yeah.
Number 1, you can afford a property.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, exactly. Number 4, country pubs, chips and gravy, people are more chilled out. But judging by the facts and statistics, statistics, there's a T in there, I think. What we're finding is that when Southerners are thinking about the North, they're thinking of it from an economic standpoint, right? So everything's cheaper, it's more of a change of pace, things are relaxed. Whereas when Northerners are thinking about the South, we're thinking about the sunnier weather. Like, lots of locations keep popping up. So Newquay, Buckingham Palace, Wimbledon, Brighton Beach, all these different things. So what we're seeing is that when Northerners think of the South, we're immediately thinking, OK, it's holiday time now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's quite interesting. What do you make, though, of the friendly thing? Because, as you know what it's like, you go up north, you walk down the street, you say, hello, hello.
Hey up.
Hey up, now then. Yeah.
But down here, it's different. You start talking to strangers on the tube or whatever.
You don't do that.
The people don't like it.
Yeah, because there's 8 million people living in London and everybody's got a busy schedule and you're not going to bump into the same people twice. I think that's one thing people forget is that northern communities, we tend to have smaller cities, smaller towns. People, you know, the majority of people from up north are not from the city. It's more smaller regional areas. So we obviously have tighter-knit communities where you're going to chat and fraternise to people more. But the main reason for this study and the reason why it's been commissioned by Hull Trains and Lumo is because we are trying to convince people to travel here within the UK. We want Northerners to travel around.
Staycation.
Exactly, yeah. I think with the state of... Not the state, but with the way that the country's moving at the minute, obviously, we're all feeling a tighter squeeze. You know, things are tougher. If we spend our hard-earned money here in this economy and benefit the fantastic regional areas that we have here in the UK, and if we travel by train, we'll not only have a fantastic environmental impact, a fantastic economical impact, and also we'll save a few quid in our own pockets so you can go up north and buy the cheaper beer.
What's your favourite beer? Yeah, definitely. What's your favourite part of the north, John?
My favourite part of the north.
Are you stuck to? Are you a proper Yorkshire?
I am a proper Yorkshireman.
You don't want to head. You don't want to head over to the lakes.
Do you know what? Bridlington Beach. Give me Brid Beach, South Side, any day of the week. And for anybody at home as well, please, you know, come join us here in Brid. We'll be more than happy to have you. I sell flowers on the market every weekend just outside, so you're more than welcome to come and buy a bouquet of roses from me anytime.
You're not as green as your cabbage looking, Jack.
It's just the Fred Perry, don't worry.
All right, look, really good to see you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. We're going to be talking about the North-South divide with our very own Andrew Pearson and Beverly Turner. Because they're North and South, aren't they?
Oh,
sorry, I was gripped by the North-South divide conversation, by the way.
What do you...
Well, let me
I thought you two were sat
Good
on
morning,
the
hello,
sofa.
how are you doing? I'm Bev.
Sorry, hi. I saw you in the lobby. I love your outfit.
Thanks, I like yours.
So nice, such a nice colour.
Well, let me tell you, as a Northerner, I explain to my daughters the difference between a Southerner and a Northerner is the greeting.
Oh, right.
Right,
okay.
so this
Go on, then.
This is a Southern greeting. Hi, Bev. Mwah.
Yeah.
OK, this is a Northern greeting. Bev, love, how are you? Give us a hug! And then they smother you in kisses. I won't do it to Andrew because he's a Southerner. He doesn't like it. Am I right?
No,
Yeah, no, very true, yeah.
Isn't it? It's the welcome.
It is the welcome. Big hugs and cuddles.
Yeah, Bev, love, how are you? And a massive cuddle.
Oh, Andrew, what do you make of that?
I think it's strange.
Oh, you're very low down.
Very interesting. Yes, you're on a mini...
It's not about north-south divide, it's a height divide.
It's a height divide. Well, she's got her heels on. Right, you two, you've got your show heading up very shortly. We shall look forward to that.
Thank you.
We're going to guess what's in it because we need to go and have a look at the weather.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you.